and welcome to Geek Girl TV. I'm your Geek Girl host, Eve Park, and this week we're talking about World of Warcraft. I'm going to start by reading a comment from Lynne Griffin of the Lipstick Aliens podcast, and formerly Lynne Sci-Fi News. Lynne writes, "Hi Eve, I just started WoW and I love it. I just bought the expansion pack and started a Blood Elf. I was wondering what server you played on. I'm on Proudmoore. First off, I hate Blood Elves. I love Lynne, but I hate Blood Elves. But only because I'm the only person in the world that didn't roll one. Blood Elves have started appearing in the level 30 to 40 battleground all last week, and I swear to you, those things are frickin' invincible. They're entirely too good at PvP. Seriously though, I can't hate on them too much for being awesome, just because I don't happen to be reaping the benefits of what I perceive to be a gameplay imbalance. Maybe it's supposed to be a selling point, to try to inspire anybody who doesn't have the Burning Crusade to go out and get it. But I assume that the next series of patches will ever so subtly make the two new races slightly less awesome each time. Hopefully. Either that or I'm just being unfair. I have no doubt that if I did roll a Blood Elf, their drawbacks would immediately become apparent to me. But back to Lynne. No hard feelings. Welcome to the game, and know that your Blood Elf rocks, and that you should be able to gank a lock many levels above you. Apparently. Either that or I just suck. As for my server, that's a question I've gotten many times before. My Alliance server is Dark Iron. And for a very important reason. Because Dark Iron is the Penny Arcade Guild, and I'm a crazy big Penny Arcade fan. When I got the Burning Crusade, I had every intention of building up a Draenei, making it second only to my main. A Draenei that would be optimized for PvP, since that's what I've really been into lately. But after going over everything, I've decided that my optimal PvP Alliance character is going to be a Druid Night Elf. You have invisibility combined with shapeshifting. But so I ask you, dear viewers, some WoW-related questions. What do you think makes the optimum PvP combination for both Alliance and Horde? What are the weaknesses of the Blood Elves, and how can we exploit them? And do you think that the Alliance is at a disadvantage in general in PvP? Because I've heard many people say that they win far more when they play Horde side. So send your questions and comments to geekgirl@clevermedia.com. My next segment is a video response to the Women in Warcraft podcast. You know, I talked about them last week. Anyway, Molly does this segment in which she gives out tips on how to be polite in WoW. Recently, she talked about ganking, which is undoubtedly a reality on PvP servers. I play on Dark Iron, which is a PvP server, and although ganking can sometimes be annoying, I consider it as just part of the game. Sometimes you get ganked, and it sucks to be you. However, I don't gank indiscriminately, and I just wanted to share the rules that I play by. The way I see it, it's all about honor points. If there's a player who is so low that you gain no points by ganking them, then that's just kind of mean and unsportsmanlike. Obviously, Blizzard thought it was unsportsmanlike, that's why they decided to give you no honor points for running through Lobbyville slaughtering everyone in sight. My next rule of thumb is never, ever, ever gank anybody over open ocean. Anybody who's been ganked on a transcontinental boat ride knows how inconvenient it is. The ganker doesn't really gain any benefit from said meanness. So my rule, don't gank on boats. My last rule has a little bit of a gray area. Call me a softie, but when I see another player who's almost dead from killing monsters, I don't think it's very nice to swoop in and kill him. So most of the time, I'll let him go, and maybe get him later when it's more of a fair fight. However, if that character you happen to find who has a sliver of life left happens to be much higher level than you, I say go for it. The extra honor points that you earn totally make the little inconvenience of their unexpected death worth it. My most important advice, though, is to remember that it's just a game, and have fun. Sooner or later, everyone runs into somebody mean who wants to camp their corpse. But in my opinion, there's no use getting all bent out of shape about it. Just get up and go get a snack. By the time you get back, they'll have probably gotten bored and left you alone. If that doesn't work, hopefully you have a higher level character that you can log back on with and gank them back, because that's the way the game is played.